This conference will now be recorded.
Hi friends, this is Ram Naresh Ganti here. I'm calling from Virginia, United States of America. Today I want to talk about a topic called employee versus an entrepreneur. Okay, so what is the difference between an employee and what is the difference between an entrepreneur? So let's look at this cash flow quadrants, friends. You see here on the left hand side, you see an employee versus self-employed or a professional, right? So if you see here, 90% of the people are on the employee side, and the wealth they produce is just 10% of the wealth. And if you see, their mentality is very scarcity. So basically, so they have low confidence. Like they work on the active income, right? They're renting their life, exchanging their time for dollars. Okay, so they're nothing but carrying buckets. So they're only carrying. So they're given some work and they'll finish it. And for the time that they have given, they're paid some dollars. So basically, it's like a renting. It's like a renting. So they're renting their time. Okay, they're renting their body for doing some work, and then they're getting paid. Okay, so and 90% of the people are in this category, and they are only producing 10% of the wealth. Okay, and the limitations to changing from one this side to this side is the kind of mindset you have, the capital, the time, the education, skills, and support. Okay, key thing is mindset. I'll talk to you about that. But on the this side is the entrepreneur world. If you see, friends, there will be on their own. There are unfortunately today only 10% of the people on the entrepreneur side, and they are producing 90% of the wealth, and they have very strong mindset. They have a strong mindset, and here it is a very scarcity in the mindset mentality. Also, their mindset is very closed mindset. Okay, versus here the mindset is very abundant and strong mindset and very innovative mindset and very proactive thinking, positive thinking. You know, um, like willing to take risk in their life. And because of that unique nature of the mindset, they're able to produce 90% of the wealth, and there are only 10% of the people, unfortunately. Mr. Jim Rohn, a great motivational speaker, he always used to say something. So everybody works 9 hours a day, but some people get paid less, some people get paid more. Why? And then he answered for that. He said, it is based on the value they produce. It's the same time. It's not the time, like the people who are earning more, they're not working 20 hours or 24 hours. They're working the same time as the other people are working. But what is the difference is the quality they're producing, the kind of value they're producing actually. So the people who are on this side, they're producing the value to to generate 90% of the wealth. And because of that, so to do that, they need to have the right strong mindset, open-mindedness, future thinking, taking the risk, like not getting, not intimidating themselves with being fearful and hesitant, like what other people will think, like always excited, open to learn, and very energetic, take care of their health, give a balanced life. Also they work initially hard, but when it becomes stable, their lives is they're stable. So that is basically, so that is the reason why they have a path of passive income. Okay, so they're owning non-manageable income generating assets. So they are the builders. That's why it's called building pipelines. Or they are the owners. They are owning their life rather than renting their life. So they are not, these people are not working for somebody. So they are, they are doing, they're building it actually with, like so many other people. So if you see carefully here, friends, it is, the benefits, the money, abundance, time, freedom, and effective business owner. Okay, benefits, time and money, freedom, and enjoy the life. Okay, so but whereas in the case of employee here, so if you see carefully, friends, case of an employee, the life is lack of control. Sorry about that. Okay. Possibly enough time and negative thinking, lack of control, and tired in their lives, and all these kinds of things on the employee side. Okay. So that is basically what I want to say here. And I wanted to bring some glimpses here basically about the kind of mentality that people bring actually from both sides. Okay. Um, so the people who are the mind is basically the mindset difference between both sides. Okay, so the people who are on the poor and middle class and on the passive income side, unfortunately, they are on the financial independent and they're rich. Okay, um, so on the financial independent rich on rich side, they have their money work hard for them. Okay, and they manage their money well by buying assets. They focus on their net worth, postponed gratification. Okay, they choose to get paid based on the results. Okay, they're excellent receivers. They receive. So that's an important point. They're excellent receivers. That means the people who are receivers are nothing but they are open-minded. So when we are closed-minded, we think that we know everything. So we close our eyes and close our mind, and so that is when we are not able to receive. But the people who are financially independent and rich, they are excellent receivers. Okay, they're bigger than their problems. Okay, so that means they're bigger than their problems means they're not worried with problems. They're not stuck in their life with problems. They're not stuck with their past or not too much worried on their future or don't waste their current time. So they plan for today and they plan for the future so that like so they always think for the future and also think wisely about what to do today. They're willing to promote themselves and their values. Okay, they associate with positive and successful people. It's very, very important point I have to say. Association of people is the most important thing. Right kind of people. It's not just rich people. It's the right mindset people, positive people. So obviously, successful people, are the people who have positive mindset. They admire other rich and successful people because they try to learn. They try to learn from other people who are successful and how they became successful and what can I do to make myself to receive to reach that point. So they work on that. They focus on opportunities. See, they focus on opportunities. They don't close their doors. They don't shut their doors. They don't close their mind. When you close your mind, then you are shutting the door for opportunity. They are always welcoming their opportunity. They think big. They think about possibilities and dream a lot. Okay? They dream a lot. Think about the possibilities. Think big, not just think small like a frog in a well, but and they think big and they're committed to to being rich because of the hard work they're putting. They play the money to game to win. So they believe in creating my life, accept the full responsibility. So they create their lives rather than accepting their lives. Okay, that is on the financially independent and rich side. On the poor and the middle class, they believe life happens to them. So they're expecting the fate to work on it for them. The fate. They work on the fate. Okay. They play the money game not to lose. They don't take risks. That means they are not taking risks. They want to be rich, but they never work towards becoming rich. So having a want and desire is different, and working towards that, putting in action is different. So Jim Rohn, again, the motivational speaker says, if you have a dream and if you don't have action plans to it and the goals, then I think your dreams remain as dreams only. Okay, they think small, think with the limitations, and wish and hope a lot. So they only wish and hope, but they don't work towards achieving it. So the attitude, so they still have a lot of doubt, self esteem is not there. A lot of constraints, closed-minded, and the negative thinking, bad association of people. They focus on obstacles. They focus on obstacles, but not on problem solving. They always think about having a problem what they have. Okay, the recent rich and successful people. Okay, and they associate with negative and unsuccessful people. See, the kind of people that you choose decides basically what kind of a success rate you are going to get. So it's very, very important to see the difference between the one side to the other side. So they associate with negative and unsuccessful people, as you see here, right? They think negatively about selling and promoting. So they think it's doing a network marketing or referral marketing is something very, very shyful and something intimidating. What if some other people will think bad about them? All these kinds of things. No, but they think negatively about selling and prompt and promoting. Actually, they are smaller than their problem. See, they think the problem is big. When you think the problem is big, then you are already surrendering. You are surrendering to the problem rather than solving the problem, or planning towards not to have a problem. Okay, and the people who are on the other side, they accept the problems and they work up towards the problems, and they accept the defeat, and but like they will try to plan better. Okay, and they are poor receivers. They are poor receivers. That means they are close-minded people. They are very, very close-minded people. So if they don't take inputs from other people, they choose to get paid based on time. That means they are salary based. They are 9 to 5 job based. That's it. They don't go beyond that. Okay, they focus on their working income, instant gratification. So they want everything to be instantly gratified. Instant gratification is not the way things work in life. Everything is not going to come as an instant income or instant success. Success comes when you work for a longer time. You have to build. When you build, that is when you get. So if you are thinking about instant gratification, that means you're thinking like an employee. You're thinking like a salary mode. No, not like a builder mode. Okay, they mismanage their money and buy liabilities. Okay, instead of building actually, so they are working, and so their thinkings are always very narrow, and they are very conservative. They work hard for their money. Okay, so but in the other case, they work hard initially, but after that, once they have the building happening, then after that it becomes they have their money work hard for them. So but in other case, they earn money and let the money work basically. So because they put capital, and they invest, and also like they use the leverage, the team building, and so that basically is working. So here they work hard for their money. That means like they are just salary based because they're working alone themselves, right? They they let the fear stop them. So the fear is stopping them. So they are so terrified to take any bold step in their life. Okay, they think too much about other people, what they are thinking, and they close the doors for the opportunities, and they live in themselves in a shell. Okay, they think they already know it all. Okay, so that means they're already closing their door, whereas the other person, they constantly learn and grow. See, they all constantly learn and grow. Here they think that they already know it all everything actually. So if you want to change your life, you have to change your thinking. Period. It is the hardest thing to change. It can be done. Decide, learn, and how to be patient with yourself. Okay, so that is the most important thing actually. So friends, I wanted to share that feeling here, and also I wanted to quickly show one more thing here. So which is very similar kind of a thing actually. See here, employee versus entrepreneur. So here the employee is in the mode of something to get away from the work, but here he's already excited. He's doing excited because he's building excited, and they are doing some serious efforts. Okay, here the serious effort is something to do for a short period of time, but here there's something to do at all the time. So they are putting always serious effort in building and strategizing, and bringing innovation in creations, and strategies, and effective communication, building teams, leaderships, and all those kinds of things. Right, here something they deserve support. Okay, something they create. So here they don't have the creativity mind, but here like they're thinking of the big, they're thinking big and creating actually. So here something to be received immediately. See, this is called instant gratification employee. But whereas something to be earned later, they don't mind earning later because they know that they're in the building mode. Okay, so they're in the building mode. So that is why, so that to become an entrepreneur, what we need is a mindset change. The mindset change is the most important thing, friends. Okay, so now tell me, so after listening to this video, after listening to this comparison, so which side do you want to fall under? Do you still want to fall under employee only, or do you want to fall onto the entrepreneur side also? So when you want to become an entrepreneur, doesn't mean that I'm saying that you should right away, immediately quit your job and becoming an entrepreneur. So, but you have to gradually do that actually. So that is why, friends, I do the job, but also I work with my opportunity on the side. So I'm thinking like an entrepreneur, and I'm also doing like an employee. And eventually, at some point of time, I might move to the employer side, the entrepreneur side from employee. But doesn't mean that you have to immediately move to the entrepreneur side, which we can't do because of the constraints. So, but that doesn't mean that you have to live only as an employee. So we have to think about it, and we have to understand the benefits of why we should become an employer. So like I told you, right, so many differences I told you, so I explained so many things. So it's basically at the end of the day, if you want to change your life, you have to change your thinking, period. So you have to change your mindset. It is the hardest thing to change, but it can be done. Decide, learn how to be patient with yourself. See how beautiful they have said. Mindset differences by best-selling author. Secret at the Millionaire Mind by T. Harvaker. Okay, so that is beautifully narrated actually here. See, so friends, I think 90. Just because more people are on this side, on the employee mode, that doesn't mean that it is yielding success. The numbers show it, right? 10% of the wealth is produced here. 90% of the wealth is produced here by the 10% of people. Okay, so that's basically a clear observation and a clear statistics. And this is not a speculation. This is the truth. Okay, this is the truth. So this is what I wanted to tell you all about the differences of employee versus entrepreneur, and which side do we want to go on. So we all have to put a question seriously in our mind. Sit together and see, how long do you want to live in the 9 to 5 job train? How long do you want to continue in that? Or do you want to continue in that forever? Or do you ever have a positive thinking to move from that side to this side? Slowly and gradually, organically. Okay. So that's the reason why I'm part of Shop Mart, a fantastic opportunity where I'm trying to build my entrepreneurship, and also I'm trying to build my passive income to reach myself into the 90% of the wealth and 10 plus percent, maybe 11th% of the people here. So that is exactly what my understanding is, and I'm trying to work on that. And if you like this video, I would appreciate if you can pass your comments in the video. I'm trying to post this in YouTube and other places. And if you have any suggestions, absolutely feel free to share it to me so that I can definitely take them into consideration. Thank you so much. This is Mr. Ram calling from Virginia, United States of America.